What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mind of Gerald Butler, your fearless leader. Anyway, this video is about, I am 2.5 years in my business, and it is overwhelming sometimes because you gotta be on point all the time. You gotta be on point all the time. Your reputation is everything. And people keep saying good things about you. It goes far. People can say bad things about you and that'll go far too, but I doubt you're gonna get as much business as you want. Sometimes the small jobs carry you off. Yeah, you might get a couple big jobs here and there, but the small jobs can pay the bills too. You know what I mean? Because that's really what it's about. Is the bills being paid and put some money in your pocket. But at the end of the day, you should definitely be writing everything down, because if you don't write it down, then you can't determine how much money you make, how much money you spend, and you can't make any moves. You can think that you're gonna make some moves, but if you never write down how much you made, then you can't keep track of how much money you're making. You can't, plan for later. You can't.
7111 to 201.
Sorry about that. Yeah, you can't plan for the future. Let's say, for example, if you're making $3,000 a week, right? Then if you don't never write it down, then you just spending money. You know what I mean? Like, you're not keeping track of what's going on. Then opposed to if you're making $3,000 a week and it's steady and you track it for a whole year, then you'll be able to determine, your quota. Your quota is what is the normal for that week or that month or that time of the year. You get what I'm saying? So it's best to track it, because then you can create a forecast in which how much money you'll have, what's your net worth, you know what I mean? Just as far as how much money your company makes, or you yourself being a sole proprietor. But I just needed to do a video because I don't talk to anyone about my business, or I talk to a couple of people that have businesses, but it's never a time where as though I can just vent to someone. So I do the video because you never know who might be listening to this video, what they may learn, what they may take from it, and add to their lives. You know what I mean? But one thing is, that's the hardest thing for me, and I don't know if other people struggle with it because nobody talks about it, but focus. When you first start your business, you're fully focused, and you go all in. You know what I mean? You create these goals and tasks that you wanna accomplish and stuff like that. But then when you start accomplishing goals and doing the tasks that you wanted, you get exposed to new things, and those new things can consume you, because then it broadens your focus, and it expands your thoughts. So it's now you're not looking at the same old path that you created as your guide. Now you got to create a new path. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta incorporate all the new stuff that you learn. So, and you know, one thing, my cousin, Danya Zimmerman, I was talking to her a couple weeks ago, and she said, you know, you gotta have a team. And I understand why a team is necessary. A team is necessary to keep everything afloat. 1, 2, you know, I wear the weight of my company. You get what I'm saying? Because I am the mind of my company. So, you know, I gotta keep track of everything that's going on. And it can be a lot at times, you know? And but you just can't put everybody in positions. Like, yeah, people will be like, oh yeah, I help you out, let me do this and let me do that, but whole time they don't specialize in that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you gotta, just like how a job gonna ask you for your resume, you gotta take people's resumes, you know what I mean? Because you gotta go over it to see if they have the knowledge in order to perform those duties. Excuse me. Everybody said that they down with you, but they don't know what to do when it comes to getting in those positions. So be mindful of who you adding to your team. But it's a lot, and it's not gonna come overnight. You know, it's just you gotta take it one day at a time. But it's stressful. But when you know what stress is, and you know that, you know, really, like, it's all about confidence, courage, and you got to be willing to take the loss, you know, because losses are going to come. Big losses. Like, I've taken big losses, you know, like I would just do a job. Like, all right, let me give you a story. This happened like back in January. Back in January of 2016, we was driving down the highway, and we had just got finished doing a job, me and my dad, and we used to have these bungee cords to strap down the load on the truck, right? So we driving down 695, going towards the dump, and one of the bungees come unbuckled, and one of the bags fly off and hit this guy's car. Dude driving an Audi, right? So yo pull up, he like, you know, he speed up past us, you know, signaling us for us to pull over for real. Might be on 695. So we go ahead and pull over for real. I noticed that he did have a piece of the bag stuck inside of his the grill of his car. And he wasn't mad for real, but he wanted his money. So right then and there, I had to get a dude $300 to you know, cover for the damage in which to his vehicle. And right then and there, that was a loss. You know, it was a lesson, but it was a loss, you know. And after that, we started to invest more money into what we use to tie down the truck, you know, and come up with better ways to prevent things like that from happening. So, you know, it's good for you to look at your losses and examine your losses, because there are lessons in them. And it's always going to be a rocky road. If the road is too smooth, it's not worth traveling. I mean, point blank, period. This is actually like relieving, because I was like so stressed out. And like now that I made this video, I feel a lot better. And it's like pressure on my brain. I mean, not not like I got health problems or something like that. It's just, before I said, what I said in this video,